Good morning from Mexico City. Just changed hotels and this one, breakfast buffet is included. Let's go check it out. This buffet is incredible. What a spread. I think after the breakfast buffet in Miami, I kind of forgot how seriously hotels take their buffets in other countries. This buffet, check this out. There's a pastry bread section that has pretty much every pastry bread you want, and everything looks freshly baked. There's a cereal section, there's a juice section, there's fresh local fruits, cheeses, meats. In the hot bar, there's classic Mexican dishes like refried beans, chilaquiles, roasted pork belly, and even the potato. Come on, tell me that potato doesn't look so much better than any potato you've seen on a US breakfast buffet. There's also, of course, fresh eggs made to order. This is incredible. I didn't even know where to start. Got some tea, which is freshly brewed. Round one, I got some stewed chicken, those nice looking potatoes, some eggs, the pork, some chilaquiles. Oh yeah, that's good. Crunchy, zesty, a little bit of heat. It goes so well with the refried beans. I love refried beans. There's just so much flavor in these. Oh, I can't wait to try one of these potatoes. Wow, these may be the best breakfast potatoes in all the land. You can see all the spices outside of this potato. Delightfully soft, a little spicy. Lots of flavor in those potatoes. Wow, the stewed chicken, this thing looks really tender. Oh yeah, oh it is. Oh freaking heck, that's good. Oh man, first of all, like I said, you can tell how tender this thing is. One bite in, my tongue is on fire in the best way possible. Oh my gosh. This thing is rich, savory, hearty. The blend of spices with that tomato-based sauce is utter perfection. I love it. I'm sure this tastes much better at a local restaurant. But for a buffet, that is freaking magical. This is the baked pork belly. All right, this is a giant piece of pork belly. The amount of pressure I exerted when I bit down on this, maybe 10%. After a few chews, this thing just completely disintegrates. Wow, a subtle sweet flavor, and the rest is just melty, fatty, porky umami. I think that will go great with the chilaquiles. The sound looks beautiful too. Really good. Flaky, soft. Really, really buttery. And this is a fruit-infused water. Tastes like a exotic fruit hint water. I bet this is good for me. And there's so many different pastries up there. I got a concha. I first had this in Miami, and this thing feels like it could fly. It's so light. Oh my gosh. This is like a little pastry balloon. Oh my gosh, this is light and airy. So this is a Mexican sweetbread. Holy smokes. This is like 90% air. I'm pretty sure if you fall out of a tree and land on this thing, not even a scratch. This is a next level breakfast buffet. It really is. The pastries are just outstanding. I don't typically like to eat fruits, but they got a lot of interesting fruits up there. I was heading to the fruits and I totally got sidetracked by the charcuterie section. Look at this, smoked salmon. We got a piece of chorizo sausage. This is beautiful. Smoked salmon with some eggs, capers, shallots, I think creme fraiche. delicious. Usually when you see smoked salmon on a buffet, it's just the smoked salmon, but oh man, it goes so well with the eggs and capers. Such a nice crunch from the shallots. Lime juice is such a perfect addition. Chorizo, come on. You know that's gonna be good. All right, let's see if I can make it to the fruits. Also got a juice of the day. It's just like a blend of watermelon and papaya. Got some green prickly pear, got some purple prickly pear. I don't think I've ever had prickly pear. I've had prickly pear in stuff, I just never had it on its own before. A lot of seeds, but that is really, really sweet. I think the purple one's better. I think it's sweeter and juicier. I think that's the most fruits I've eaten this year. All right, let's go get more stuff.
A few minutes later.
Got another concha, chocolate one. The pastries at this hotel is incredible. I love that sugary crust. Also, the egg station is like if a food genie was preparing your eggs because you could ask for anything you want. I wanted some fried eggs over easy with some chorizo. They did that. And I see guacamole over there. This looks amazing. Now, these are some eggs. I think eggs should always come with chorizo. And then you add the guac. Good Lord, this guac is good. Oh my gosh. Also, I got some more potatoes, some more chicken. This is such an impressive breakfast spread. So last time I was in Mexico, I didn't stay at a hotel. So this is the first hotel breakfast buffet I've ever experienced here in Mexico. I don't know how good this is compared to other breakfast buffets, but I'm impressed by this. Really impressed. All right, it's about 7:30. Today's an incredible food day. After this, I'm gonna do some work, get a workout in, head out, walk around. And then this afternoon, I'm eating at a 2 Michelin star Mexican restaurant that serves a taco omakase. I've only ever experienced sushi omakase. I have no idea what a taco omakase experience would be like. I'll find out today. All right, finish my eggs. See you in a bit. This restaurant is located in this very quiet neighborhood. You walk in, it's so beautiful and elegant. And this restaurant, like I said, is 2 Michelin star Mexican omakase and is consistently ranked in the top 50 best restaurants in the world. As of today, ranked number 33. It's a 7-course omakase, and I have the pleasure of sitting at the taco bar right now. So this is referred to, like I said, as a taco omakase. Each one of the dishes is a play on tacos. I mean, just glancing at the menu, there's gonna be scallops, lobster, tuna, amberjack, soft-shell crab. There's citron peppercorn. A lot of interesting ingredients on this menu. First dish is this beautiful scallop agua chile served inside a giant scallop shell. Inside there's fish eggs on top, chopped up scallops, there's dragon fruit, there's cactus, and the agua chile, they said, is made with peppers, some citrus, spices, basically a play on ceviche. This thing is incredibly refreshing. The scallops are as tender as can be. A little crunch from the herbs and the dragon fruit seeds. Is citrusy, is sweet. Wow, only a tiny, tiny bit of heat. There's a lot of interesting textures in here. So again, you got the crunch from the dragon fruit seeds, the cactus, and I don't think I've tasted scallops as tender as this before. This is definitely a palate opener, so delicious. Oh, the dragon fruit is so interesting. Every time you bite into it, just a splash of sweetness in this very citrusy dish, and just a tiny, tiny hint of heat. This thing will wake your taste buds right up. Also, the last dish, the food's inside the scallop shell, which of course resembles a taco. The second dish is a crab tostada. The first thing that comes to the table is the martajada, a type of very chunky salsa. Beautiful little serving dish too. Smells very tomatoey. Yeah, this dish is so unique. So a crab tostada is so beautiful. The crab is sitting on top of little bits of edible flowers. Inside, there's chicatana powder, which is edible ant powder. There's watercress sitting in a mayo, and of course, peppers and coffee. And then you're given a bowl with a little crab shell. Inside is a broth made with crab, tomatoes, peppers. The salsa on the side you can put on top of your tostada. I'm just gonna try the tostada on its own. Oh my god. This is freaking ridiculous. Holy crap, that's good. That's a little crunchy explosion. The tostada is so thin and crispy. You get a punchy, crabby flavor in the best way possible. You definitely taste that brininess in the umami of the crab. And then little bits of crunch from the veg. And there is a blast of heat. Again, nothing covers up the sweetness of the crab. And this thing is just layers upon layers upon layers of texture and flavor. After you take a bite of that, you sip the broth. Wow, very tomatoey, very, very smoky. Super thick. Wow, and the umami of the crab, that shines through about 3 seconds after your first sip. Yeah, you definitely taste the crab in this one. I'll try some of the salsa. I don't want to waste a single morsel of this dish. The flavor of that bite is indescribable. The salsa is chunky and tomatoey, very, very smoky as well. And all this is designed to make the flavor of the crab shine through. I never had a crab with all these other ingredients before in my life. It's such an interesting way to cook this ingredient. I'm used to eating crab on its own, tasting its natural brininess and sweetness. Here, like I said, it's like fireworks. Just absolute explosive crabby flavor with all the other ingredients combined and all the different textures and colors. Such a beautiful dish. Dish number 3 is lobster salpicón. Right here, this is artichokes with a little bit of chives. There's 2 oils in here. One is chive oil, one is oil made from corn husk. And inside, there's lobster right below the artichokes. And they said just to mix everything together. All the oils, all the veg, herbs, lobster, everything mixed together. Oh my gosh. It smells really, really rich and herby. Oh my god. Every single dish so far, I feel like it's just getting more and more hypnotic. With every single spoonful, I'm getting chills. Like I have shivers running down my spine right now. This thing is thick and rich, but also at the same time, very refreshing. Especially when you're biting into the artichokes, it's nice and snappy and very, very tender. The sweetness from this dish is just all from the lobster. This is definitely the most aromatic dish we've had so far. What I notice about every single dish is not only is it beautiful, the flavors are complex, the textures as well. Your senses are just being bombarded with aroma, with flavor, with texture. And you taste the citrus flavor, you taste the beautiful herby flavor from the chives, the sweet flavor from the lobster. There's a lot of earthiness to this as well. There's just so many things coming together to create something so delicious. I can't stop shoving this in my mouth. My spoon is literally just scraping the bottom of this bowl. I'm trying to get every single little drop of this thing. So much flavor. This next dish that's in front of me, last time I had it was in Oaxaca, and this is a tuna layuda. I know this thing is gonna be good. This has so much yumminess on top of it. It's got tuna, it's got uni, it's got castacana pork belly. They said some grasshopper powder in this as well, and some herbs and flowers on top. This is absolutely unbelievable. First of all, like I said, it is absolutely loaded with flavor. I'm surprised this fried tortilla is able to hold this much ingredients on top of it. That bite got the crispy tortilla, the melt in your mouth tuna, and I mean melt in your mouth. The sauce here, a little creamy and definitely a lot of heat. I don't think I've ever had a dish that's combined something spicy and uni before. There's the uni, buttery, smooth, silky, with a blast of yummy, briny flavor. Wow, uni is really briny. The pork belly is tender and fatty. The tuna, the uni's rich and creamy as well. A lot of rich ingredients, but somehow perfectly balanced. Not overly fatty, not overly rich. The delightful heat in the herbs cuts into the richness. You're getting a hint of sweetness from the uni, from the tuna. Such a bright, lively serve and turf dish. Usually when you get uni is served typically on its own, where it doesn't really mingle too much with other ingredients. Here it's mingling, it's dancing, it's celebrating. I'm still feeling the heat and that subtle umami-filled brininess on my tongue. Also, there's a very subtle umami undertone. I don't know if that's from the grasshopper powder or not, but of course, this being a Oaxacan dish, you gotta have some grasshoppers. Next one is an amberjack taco made with a blue corn tortilla. Inside, of course, amberjack. There's green mole, which they say is made from avocado, broccoli, some different herbs. Also quelites, which is edible Mexican herbs. Whoa. Wow. I don't think I've had amberjack like this in this format before, like not even close. Usually amberjack, get it at Omakase, comes to you with a little bit of soy, maybe a little wasabi. Here, this is a whole different experience. First of all, the amberjack is beautifully mild and buttery. Very, very delicate fish. And each bite you take, you get that nice buttery, slightly sweet from the amberjack. And then that mole just roundhouse kicks you in the head. It's so rich and creamy. So rich and creamy, a little bit of heat, and the whole thing is just so fragrant. Especially when you're crunching down on the quelites, the edible herbs. It's such a refreshing contrast to the rich mole and the buttery fish. Also, the tortilla is wonderful. Slight hint of sweetness, and it's something that a sweet aromatic flavor just lingers on your tongue. I'm still tasting it right now. Again, that's the first time I've ever had amberjack in that format before. That was pretty darn awesome. All right, this next one looks amazing as well. It's blue corn taco. Right on top of the tortilla is plantain puree. On top of that, fried king crab, and they put Sichuan peppercorn in here. On top of that is oyster emulsion. This should be a really interesting bite. Wow. There are so many different flavors going on here. Holy moly. First of all, the oyster emulsion is so rich and creamy. That basically is just like a blob of pure umami. Soft shell crab, light and crunchy on the outside. Inside, of course, sweet and delicate. There's salsa they made here that they pair with this dish. It's made with all the leftover seeds that they used for all their dishes. This is gonna be definitely hotter than the previous ones. And also, the plantain puree has such a bright, sweet flavor. So you're getting a lot of savory, sweet, rich flavors, especially because the soft shell crab is fried. Wow. I feel like the oyster emulsion is the essence of this dish. I mean, like I said, that thing almost pure umami. That combined with the delicious, delicate flavors of the soft shell crab, which has its own umami element as well. Also, the salsa goes so well with this taco because it is going to be a very rich taco. And the salsa, it just cuts through the richness with a nice blast of heat. That dish, just like all the other ones, every element just works so well. Whether it's the subtle crunch from the soft shell crab or the sweet plantain puree. And after each bite, you do feel that tingle on your tongue from the Sichuan peppercorn. This has definitely been a transformative taco experience so far. Next one is an abalone gordita. Inside there's abalone, on top there's chicharron and avocado, and there's salsa verde on the side to add to it. So put a splash of lime juice on here. Wow. So it's a very subtle crunch to this gordita with, of course, a creamy avocado on top. Inside abalone with some garlic and onions. Put some salsa verde on this. Yeah, this is good, especially with some salsa verde to kind of balance out the richness of the abalone. The abalone is so tender inside, and the richness is amplified by the avocado. It's a beautiful blend of flavors with, of course, the yellow masa that adds that nice, subtle sweetness. Such tender abalone. And the gordita just has the most perfect texture, but definitely better with the salsa verde. So this is the main course. This is the most signature dish at this restaurant. This is the mole madre. Two different types of mole. One is prepared daily, fresh. The other has been aged for 3,442 days. Because this mole, there's no meat or anything like that, so the chef just keeps adding ingredients to this batch of mole, and it's been 3,442 days. And this is how I heard about this place, and this dish is one of the main reasons why I'm here. And this fresh mole covering a tortilla and a leaf. Wow. Wow. There's a lot of flavors in that mole. Wow, the flavors are so complex and deep. It's definitely one of the spiciest dishes I've had so far. It's super rich and velvety. You definitely taste the chilies. The smokiness of the pepper is really smoky. The tortilla is nice and soft. The leaf adds a very fragrant, almost a mintiness to this dish. And just try the outside aged mole, 3,000 days. Oh, it's way different. It's way different. I feel like the fresh mole, the flavor is sharper. Definitely more acidic. The aged one, it tastes richer, creamier, way smokier. The flavor is a little spicy, a lot of very earthy notes that makes it taste so smoky. And the fresh mole, of course, way spicier, but the aged one, the spiciness has dulled down, it's mellowed out. I feel like that's what's contributing to that ultra smokiness. So the flavors are not just complex, it's balanced, it's harmonious. Wow. This is some incredible mole. Never had one this smoky before. This is crazy good. The flavors are just so freaking indescribably beautiful. Wow. Yeah, this is their signature dish for sure. So this is really interesting. Everybody at the bar left, and they all went to the garden. And I think you go little by little. I don't know what's happening at the garden. I do hope food is involved. So it's really cool. For dessert, they lead you out to the terrace, and it's beautiful. It's got music, it's got incense, it's drizzling a little bit, so it's nice and cool. And this is where you get to have your dessert and some tea or coffee if you want it. Dessert is strawberry crema with sake sorbet. It's like little strawberry caramelized little candy sheets. Oh, that's very strawberry. Fresh strawberries as well. Yeah, this is a lot of strawberry flavors in here. I've never had a sake sorbet before, but that thing is like the star of the show for me right now for this dish. That is so good. Wow. Also, the little candy sheets provides a light, crispy texture. Oh, it's freaking delicious. Overall, this place is so innovative. 8 courses absolutely flew by. I'm so glad I came. Wow. And everything ends with a corn tea. This is so good. This is better than any corn tea I've had before. That is so fragrant. All right, I'll finish my dessert. See you in a bit. Whoa, how is this even possible? How are all the plans to stay on this truck? All right, let's talk about this restaurant. Overall, I thought it was fantastic. It was incredibly innovative. A lot of ingredients like uni, tuna, abalone, ingredients that I'm very familiar with, that they completely transformed into something extravagant with flavors and mirroring other ingredients that I never would ever think would go well together, but they absolutely do. For example, the uni with the pork belly, with the tuna. The dishes were so vibrant and unique. I've been to many tasting menus before. This was truly a unique experience. I think my favorite was the tostada, but really not a single bad bite. That being said, of course, this is a pricey meal, and it only comes with 8 courses. I feel overall for me, I had a breakfast buffet, so I didn't go in there completely famished. I feel satisfied, but I know I'm gonna need another meal after this. The people who are sitting at the bar with me, I did ask them if they were full, and everybody told me they were. So maybe it's just me. I did like that after the meal or dessert, they take you out, and this is only people who are sitting at the bar. They take you out to the outdoor area. You get to enjoy your coffee, tea, and your dessert. Corn tea was so good. Oh, and the mole. Truly the most interesting mole I've ever tasted in my life. It's really good. It's so smoky. It's smokier than any other mole I've had. Also, the staff incredibly courteous, super nice. The whole meal was just an awesome experience. And I actually don't know if they do dinners, but my meal started at 1:30 p.m. So yeah, I'm definitely going to dinner tonight, and I actually found a really good place. Let's just go now. All right, here it is. Tonight I'm going for Mexican seafood. So the amount of time it took for me to walk from the hotel to the seafood restaurant, I am starving. So the pollo omakase, I think it's an okay amount for lunch. If you have an appetite, that would definitely not hold you for the rest of the day. I got a whole fish. That looks incredible, by the way. Just from the picture, it looks great. And some tostada. And it's pretty nice. You get to sit on the second floor of this restaurant and you look out over this park. It's beautiful. Tuna tostada is here. Thick cuts of tuna. It looks like some kind of mayo sitting underneath. And sitting on top, avocado and fried scallions. I am starving. This is great. This is absolutely fantastic. The tuna is so buttery. Wow, really buttery tuna. And tender, the mayo underneath adds a nice bit of richness. So does the avocados, fried scallions. That's a game changer right there. That is freaking amazing. You got the crunch from the tortilla, slight hint of crispiness from the fried scallions, richness from the mayonnaise, the tuna, the avocado. You gotta add a splash of lime juice. That absolutely brightens this dish up. Two extremes and contrasting textures. This is good. I'm a big fan of this. If you ever come here, this is a must try. This thing will borderline make you emotional. My next dish, this is so exciting, is a whole grilled fish. Half of it is with their traditional house-made adobo sauce, and half of it is with their parsley sauce. I wish you guys could smell this. Oh, I want to bottle this. Smell. I can't believe how much my mouth is watering right now. Such an enticing aroma. And you get tortillas, blue masa tortillas, and refried beans. This has become one of my favorite things here in Mexico. I love refried beans so much. Yum. God, that's good refried beans. Look how juicy this fish is. Oh my gosh. Oh. Juicy, tender, this seasoning, smoky with a bit of heat. This is the parsley. Oh, just look at how much this fish is glistening. It's a sea bass, by the way. Wow. I like that more. There's so much great aroma from the parsley sauce mixed with that wonderfully tender, juicy grilled fish. The fish itself, I mean, as you're eating, you're still smelling this fresh off the grilled fish. Like my whole senses at this point is completely engaged. This is a dish that just engulfs you, forces you to just give all your attention to this. I am so excited to wrap one of these up. Oh, you know what? I bet you a little lime juice is gonna wake this up even more. I bet you. Tortilla, refried beans. Let's bring a little heat as well here. A little salsa. Let's do the adobo side here. My gosh, look at that beautiful meat. Unbelievable how good this looks. Put that to bed. If you're in Mexico City, gotta come try this fish. I love it so much. Tortilla is good, refried beans delicious, salsa is great. There's some onions and chilies here as well. All right, next piece, the parsley. And this is really much smaller than it looks. Don't be afraid to get a whole fish. I already feel like this is disappearing way too soon. Oh yeah. There's no wrong way to eat this. I actually really like the pickled onions and chilies. Provides a very delicious crunch. Oh, the refried is so good. This whole thing is so delicious. Don't forget about the meat on the cheeks right here. Right here. This is some tender stuff. A little gelatinous-y. Do a little mixed fish action with the two sauces. Bring some onions to the party. Some salsa. That is fantastic. I would even count this as a heavy meal. This has been such a dream of a food day. Breakfast buffet, omakase, and then this. I love the city. As always, all the places I went to listed down below for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again. See you later.